everybody, welcome back to Cross Country's Adventures. I'm Dominique.
And I'm Jeremiah.
And today we have a very special video. We're going to be giving you a tour of our rig. My husband knows all the technical stuff, so I'll let him tell you that.
Yep, it's the KeyStone Outback UltraLite, the 301 UBH.
Yep, that's what he said. So you can definitely Google that if you want to see a little bit more of the details on that. But I'm going to give you the tour of the inside, and my husband's going to be giving you the tour of the outside and some of the technical things, the things like that, the manly stuff, you know. And then I'm going to be kind of going more with the domestic stuff, but you know, hey. All right, so let's get started. Okay, hi everybody. So let me introduce you to our rig. I just entered through the main entrance. This particular unit has two entry points, one at like your standard entry and one at the back of the unit. So I'm going to cover from front to back. But when you first walk in, the first thing you will notice is a couple of different things. You have your electrical panel that's right here that controls your gas, your water, and just your sliders, all of that stuff. And then of course, you do have your temperature control settings. Also down below, you have your electrical, what is that called?
The electrical panel.
Electrical panel. It is not a safe like I thought it was a minute ago. Cabinet space, or really not really cabinet space, but our safe.
Electrical panel.
Yeah, electrical down there. And then you have a safe to store any of your important. This whole time I thought it was a safe, but no, it's an electrical control panel. So yeah, Jeremiah will go over that if necessary.
Yep. And I'll also go more in detail on the control panel and the thermostat.
Yeah. Then some plugs here that we have.
Yes, okay. Carbon monoxide detector as well as smoke detector.
Mm-hmm. And a fire extinguisher that comes with the rig. So there's some very nice safety features here that are already included as a standard feature. And I really like the fact that it does have the carbon monoxide as well as it does have a fire alarm. Okay, so we're going to walk to the right. So upon entry, excuse me, you'll notice I'm inside of the bathroom area. So this is a full bathroom with a stand-up shower. It probably could fit someone anywhere around 6 feet, 6'4", maybe. Okay. My brother-in-law did stand in here, and it was pretty good size for him, you know. So
he's about 6'1".
He's 6'1", yeah. But it does have a handheld washer along with, of course, what you would expect in the shower. If you do have children like we have that may need to actually take a kind of form of a bath, this can really work for our 5-year-old in the sense if she had to sit down and we had to wash her, because it doesn't get super deep, but it's enough to kind of give you a bath, bird bath. Okay. Over here you have your medicine cabinet. And it is a wide one, which I like, and it does have the mirrors on there. It doesn't go back super duper deep, but it is wide. So that's kind of nice. It's probably about a good 4 inches maybe. This one's actually a nice smooth finish, so it's easy to clean. And then the hardware, oops, sorry you guys, see that, the water, is nice too. It has like a matte finish on it. And then you have your electrical plug right here. Down below with cabinet space here. Now it may look a little bit off on camera, but this is all a nice kind of a deep spacey gray. It may show up a little bit off on color, but there's some more areas for toiletries. And then we also have another storage space here. Yeah, we could put that there. The next thing I want to show you, of course, is the toilet here. So it's a toilet. But this one thing I really do like about this is it is not plastic. This is a porcelain toilet, which is not very common in a light model. This is a light model rig, so that the towing capacity doesn't get too heavy. But one thing about this unit is it does have a nice porcelain toilet, which is much easier to clean and sanitize. And of course, it has your regular foot stumping pedal to flush the toilet, and that's really nice there too. Okay. Now, before we leave the bathroom, I do want to show you one of my favorite parts of this particular rig. This is I think it was an upgrade feature or something like that. I didn't know it at the time we got it. I just really liked it, of course. Is the sliding barn doors. So I'm gonna have Jeremiah come in a second and show you, because I can't get this part open.
Lift it up in the middle.
I always think I'm gonna break my fingernail. See, I can't do it.
You got it. Squeeze. Give this door a squeeze. You want to give this a little squeeze?
Oh, wait.
And lift up. Go ahead.
Oh, no. That didn't work.
Yeah. Hold this camera.
Okay. Sorry. I think I'm more afraid of... My nails are a little bit longer right now.
Give it a little squeeze while you go.
Oh,
Because that's how you lie.
Yes. So you all can see the sliding barn door. So there's one for the bathroom and there's one for the bedroom, and then we'll see one as we get to the bunkhouse. But I think that is such a cute feature. It's definitely something that gives this a bit of a country style feel, if that's what you're looking for. Okay. All right. So now let's go into the bedroom here. So the bedroom, this is a queen size bed. I believe you can get a king size bed. Of course, you're going to limit your space if you choose to get a king size mattress. Right now, we have the standard mattress that came with this unit. And it's really, really firm. So if you're not really into firm mattresses, you'll probably want to put a pillow topper or just swap out the mattress altogether. And then, of course, on the side, we have our stepping spaces. So I actually do like the fact that this unit, you can step on both sides pretty easily. You know, I don't have any trouble getting from side to side. And if you're somebody who is bigger or smaller than myself, notice that, you know, my husband's bigger than me, so he can get around pretty easily. At least it seems like it. Okay, now this rig came with one TV included. If we want to get more TVs, you just have to buy them yourself. And this is an area where you could mount your rack here. So we will be getting a, you know, TV to hook up here. Then you got some hookups to cable and what's that, babe?
Cable and satellite.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, you got those right there.
We'll talk about those details more once I get outside.
Yeah.
Our satellite cable TV connections. So if you're at a campground that has cable TV offerings, you go ahead and plug it there. If they offer satellite, you plug it there. Also, if you decide to put a satellite dish on your unit, you can mount it to the top and obviously run that through there. Or if you get a portable satellite unit, you can obviously set your satellite dish up on the ground and then just plug it in there. And then that way it'll run that connection everywhere inside.
Now, storage is another thing before we get too far off of the bed. And I didn't want to use my finest. I'm going to give it another walkthrough when we actually finish decorating the entire unit. We just kind of got started with it today. But just below, if you pull up, you have a storage space here, which is amazing because you can store stuff. You know, that's the big thing. One of the biggest things that people look for when they're buying a rig is that they can store things. And this is our first unit. I don't know if we mentioned that, but we'll be talking about that in our intro video if you haven't watched that yet.
And this one actually doubles as a pet kennel as well. So if you got a dog, you can let him through that little gate without even lifting up your bed. You can run in there and open it up to clean it out real easy.
Yeah, so super duper nifty on the storage here. And then you just bring it down. Okay. Now both sides of the bedroom are pretty much identical. What you're going to see here is we have lights, of course. These are all touch lights throughout the unit. So you have some touch lights and some shelving space here. So you could very well put some hats or, you know, scarves, I don't know, whatever you need to put there as an example. You could put your phone there, but you also have a nightstand, so why put your phone there? But if that's your thing, do it.
And you have outlets on both sides. Although this side has outlets as well as USB ports.
Yeah, so that's really nice. Now, on the inside of the cabinet, Jeremiah's going to show you the inside of his cabinet and then the inside of mine. It's really more a closet. So it's a little mini closet here where you can hang up your clothes, and they go back pretty deep. It's probably about a good 2.5 feet. Maybe almost a yard deep. So you could put shoes at the back if you want and hang up your items at the top. So as we get ready to load these up, as we make some of our trips, we can put items in there, which are really nice. And then they do have mirror right on the panels of the closet doors. So I love that feature. And then above here is, of course, just some more closet space. So other storage space if you need to put other items, shoes, or I don't know, coffee maker. I've seen some pretty creative things people use these closets for. You could put them in there. So one of my favorite features about this particular unit is just the general overall aesthetic of it, the look. Being that this is our first rig, we wanted to find something that kind of played into what we really liked. And so far as colors and scheme, it's something that we didn't have to spend too much time decorating. Is kind of like, you know, move-in ready. This will not be our full-time home at this point in our life. So, you know, we wanted to make sure it had a few of the extra pieces of, you know, luxury, if you will. Okay. All right. So let me take you now over into one of the favorite spots that people love to see, which is the kitchen area and dining room area. So you'll notice our counter space has some little working things here because I'm working to put up this backsplash I bought off of Amazon. So that's something that you don't have to do, but I'm choosing to do it just to kind of give it some extra embellishments that I like. But what you see here, it's a pretty wide counter, so it's not a ton of counter space. Some rigs you may see have a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on the type of unit you have. But with this particular one, you have a drop sink, so it kind of got that country sink feel. And you can actually pull this little piece down here to help rinse or wash items. Now you will notice one thing that is, if you're new to purchasing any type of mobile home, camper, or RV units, you'll notice that a lot of things are reinforced so that they don't move a lot. So things will require a little extra tug sometimes. So you might, looks like I'm struggling a little bit to get some of these things, but it's because you're used to a little bit smoother transition in your home. We have a cabinet here where we could store, you know, cereal and spices. I am going to get some spice hanger over here, the little plastic ones, not the big ones. I purchased the metal.
Sorry, Siri wanted to talk.
Yeah, this is beyond her abilities. She can't help with this particular thing. But yep, this is a pretty deep cabinet. Can fit all of your cereal, your canned goods, different items like that over in here. And just behind my husband, you might be wondering, okay, is that it on cabinet space? Right behind him is a pantry. And this pantry holds additional items that you may need for storage. So you have your top pantry. We did make a couple of purchases. I have my bowls here that I have to finish and put up. And then down below, here, oops, sorry. Yeah, I guess I'll show you all of that at once. Apologize if I move a little too quickly and not giving you a chance to look at that. But more storage items can go in here. So you absolutely can use that, and you can become creative. I've been really enjoying watching a lot of videos of other YouTubers on how they use this space and storage things creatively. So hooks on the doors. I don't want things to look cluttered. So I like the kind of clean look, you know, very modern look of just keeping things pretty sleek. But, you know, if we're gone for over a week, I think, you know, it would be all right. But people who choose to live in their units will come up with other crafty ways. Okay. Then there's some drawers here where you probably will take some time and put your, you know, spoons and whatever else you might need to put in your drawers, just as you would in a home. You'll put that stuff there. Trash can here, which is just behind the cabinet. And that actually can double as additional storage space. So let's say if you're parked somewhere for a few days, you know, you might want to put your trash can maybe at the front door or somewhere. You can also use this as additional storage.
And they actually gave us that trash bin for free. So
oh yeah, included.
We'll talk about our review and our experience at General RV as well, which is where we purchased this unit. So if you see a General RV sticker, that's why. Oh
yeah, so we're just simply plugging them. All right, so now let's talk about the cooktops and the oven and microwave. So you do have a microwave. So you have a lot of the same things that you would see in your home or a typical home. They're just smaller. Okay, so you know you're not going to be doing a lot of major like Thanksgiving dinner totally like you normally would. I mean, you could, you know, be creative. But you'll have that there. Down here, so this runs on propane. And it's a propane tank that is hooked up to all of this. Now this burner here has, you use the click to the right and it, well, you know,
that's your lighter.
And it lights it. Yeah, the igniter. And one cool thing is it does have, you know, you can light at night. Okay, this will ignite it by itself. When we get outside, my husband will show you that the outdoor kitchen, you have to light it with a lighter. The guy told us that that's a big thing. I don't know why I remember that. Okay, this part here, you want to push it down, but this does double as additional counter space. So if you are making sandwiches, I mean, you probably wouldn't want to put too much pressure and cutting and stuff on there, but you could. One thing I didn't show you that everyone sends to show you is that drying rack. I'm not going to pull it out, but if you've seen videos before and if you have a rig, you know, you've got the drying rack that folds over the top of that, which also can double as some additional space.
Out, just in case someone's new here.
Oh, that's true. You're right.
This is drying rack. I'll let her go ahead and put that on.
Yeah, and I'll give it to me, and now I have to put it on. Okay. I mean, it's not that difficult. All right, here's the rack
It doesn't have to
here.
be perfect. Just set it on top of
And it kind of goes right inside the sink, kind of like that. And you can use it to dry your items, or just, you know, if you're washing fruits and vegetables, you can leave them there to dry. You know, one thing is try to think of multi-purpose ways to use things. Now I'm going to show you the the oven. So here's the oven. It's a super tiny, cute oven. Is probably one of my least favorite features of the this rig is that the oven is so small. But, you know, we've been doing a lot of research, and we'll talk about this in future videos about kind of what led us to choose this unit. But overall, we know that we'll probably have to get us a nice pizza stone, put in there. And, yeah, you'll probably be able to, you know, get some cookies baked in here. Can't really think of how many other big items. I mean, maybe a casserole if that's your thing.
No turkeys.
No turkeys. You know, you could bake some chicken. It wouldn't be a whole chicken. It'll have to just be kind of like on a cookie sheet or something, or, you know, roasted pan. You know, but yeah, that's what it's there for. Okay. And let's see. Oh, refrigerator. Let's look at that. So you have a standard refrigerator here. You know, pretty, you know, nice size. I don't think it's, you know, too big or just too small. It's just kind of a average size camper refrigerator. It gets really cold, so I can feel it right now. But you have a nice freezer here, so you could fit, you know, any frozen items. That makes sense.
And what's cool about this fridge is it does run on electricity and propane. So if you're somewhere and you don't have enough electricity, you can always switch that to your gas, run it off that, maybe while you're traveling, if you want to keep your items frozen inside the freezer. So
yeah,
that's something you could do with that.
I do like that because before you hit the road, you can take your items and put them in the fridge. You know, just get your rig ready and you can just hit the road and go. Okay, all right. But before I show you the sound system, I wanted to kind of show you the dinette area. So I'm going to move my...
And we're still organizing. There's a bunch of stuff everywhere.
I have some, these are some nets I'm going to show you all in a moment, but over here, so far as sleeping, so I did show you that this bed here sleeps 2 people. This actually doubles down as a bed as well, the dining area. And this bed, I was able to lay straight. I'm 5'4", so it's probably about maybe 5'3.5" wide. Or long, and you can actually, it's very comfortable seating, and it's pretty simple. And trust me, if I can take something apart, then it's simple.
Well, before you break it down, notice how here there's no little legs for you to hit your feet on, which I actually do like that. So
yes, for some of the other units, you'll notice they have a pole in the middle, but this little thing here,
I didn't like the pole legs.
If I move it over to the side, and it just slides right down.
Push that right down. Watch your fingers. Push it all the way.
Oh, let's go further than that?
Yep. Keep going until it hits that wood. You're not gonna break.
There we go. I didn't know that it went all the way that far. Okay, so it goes all the way down here, and then you can lock it back in place. And then from there, you can take out your...
And these have nice Velcro to stay on while they're up.
So there you go. And then you can put your bedding on. Storage again, one thing that we love that we didn't know about this until, well, right until we got to the process of purchasing this, is additional storage. So at the back, on both sides,
Let me move this pillow.
oh, well, that would be wide and open. You have some more storage. So if you want to put
sleeping cases, pillowcases. Sorry, go ahead.
Thank you. If you want to put your blankets and stuff in there, or if you want to put any additional kitchen items that weren't able to get in here, I would think like, you know, if we're not coffee drinkers, I know that's crazy, but you could put like your coffee pot in there or, you know, whatever. I'm not here to tell you what to put in it, but it's nice to get some ideas or suggestions when you're thinking about this thing of the day. Another thing that we do like about this is that there's a USB charger or USB port right here, so you could charge, which is nice. Okay, so you have that there. And then another thing you see is our window treatments. I did like the standard windows that came with this. A lot of what KeyStone has as a standard feature is what we would probably consider upgrades in some other units. So here you have, you know, lights, or excuse me, goes up and down, pretty simple, and then the windows slide open pretty easily. All right, so I want to show you our living space of this unit. As you can see, as Jeremiah pans around a bit, you can notice that it is quite spacious. Now it has 2 sliders in this unit, and this is one of the sliders right here where it goes out. And even when it's closed, it's really not that bad, at least for us when we were traveling down the road. We were still able to get through to the kitchen space pretty comfortably. But what I want to show you now is the living space. So outside of the dining area that we saw that doubled as a bed, this area over here is our living space. And these are the theater style seating. I believe this one may possibly be an upgrade. One of the videos you may see online, I don't think shows this particular model of chair or couch. Really love it. Of course, it reclines, both recline.
Both recliners. Yeah.
And then on the inside,
and you got your little pool right here.
So it reclines out there, and it's a brown. This is a brown color. Not sure if it's picking up as a nice deep chocolate brown, or deeper than chocolate, actually brown color. And then inside we have a space for our remote controls. It's cushioned at the bottom, and we kind of thought, well, that was strange. But if you think about it, if the unit is driving around, you don't want to be banging up against anything hard as far as your remote control or any other type of devices you could put in there. So that's nice and soft and inside. And then you have your cup holders. You do have some electrical outlets here. Again, this port do recline. It's not an automatic recliner.
Go ahead, sit on it.
So you can see I'm able to recline here with no problem. And it goes back. So, okay. All right. So, yep, that's what it looks like when I recline. All right. Another thing that I mentioned earlier just a moment ago was the barn style door. This one's my favorite barn style door because it looks the most like barn-like. But over here we have our TV area, and this comes in kind of entertainment area. So we're able to have, of course, the television. This came with the actual rig itself, but you of course swap it out if you wanted something different.
That is a coincidence, though, that her pictures were up there a second ago. We didn't plan that.
Is it? So, but yep, so we have our TV here, and then you have some storage here for anything. I'm sure my husband will find something very useful for this. Now, some units have a fireplace at the bottom. You'll notice we don't have a fireplace a part of this one, so you gotta pick your battles, which ones you get, what you get, and what you don't get. You don't throw a fit, that's just how it fits. Okay, and down here we do have a I guess it's where our surround sound is all hooked up and all that.
Yeah, your DVD player, your sound system, and this unit has speakers on the outside as well as the inside, and this is your control panel for all that and all your electrical. And this has a Bluetooth port as well, so that's nice. You can pair your phone up, so play whatever you have on your phone, and this will power, you know, your DVD player, things like that.
Now, it's not Blu-ray, and I kind of learned that earlier. And I was going to put in a Blu-ray disc while I was cleaning up. So if you want to feel really 2002-ish maybe and watch a DVD, it looks very like a DVD. So, but yeah, you can, you know, no Blu-ray. But
first world problems.
Yes, first world problems, I guess. It's really different. And, you know, but one thing I think my husband did say he was going to do was upgrade a couple of different items on his own. So, of course, you know, you can do that. I think that's one thing people fail to think about when they purchase a unit is if you don't like the TV you have, if you don't like the sound you have, you can of course change it how you want it. It's your world. It's just going to cost you the money to do it. All right, lighting on the inside. One thing we didn't show you is all of the lighting, very much like the lighting we see in the room. You see that we have touch lighting, and what my husband's showing you right here is an air vent. So if you're cooking or you just need to get some air circulation into your unit, you can actually do that. And just behind him over there is a large fan. This fan is actually very powerful.
It's the AC unit as well, so it's, yeah.
So yep, so it warms up, cools down your area. Oh, and as far as like air conditioning and things, so the air comes from the top and drops to the bottom, and then the heat comes from the bottom and rises to the top. So you'll see some heating vents
around there. Your
Those
AC.
are air conditioning vents. Okay.
And these are your speakers.
All right. So come along with me. We're gonna go over here to the one reason why we actually probably did purchase this unit itself. I mean, we loved a lot of what we saw here, but we have 2 children and you'll be able to meet them all soon. But this area is the bunkhouse. So
I don't want to add any more kids. Go ahead.
So the bunkhouse area, of course we have what is that window there? But you'll see here we have bunk beds. So this particular bunkhouse style is the first I've actually seen like this. So the bunkhouse unit has, there is no ladder, so we do got to get like a ladder or step stool. My son is a little bit tall enough on a step stool to get up here, but to be safe, get you a ladder. Hopefully one that collapses or something. But it does pull on up, just like that. And it can double as a seating area. My daughter said this will be her area here. And so we have these little teddy comforter things on here, but we're going to, of course, put our own sheets and stuff on that. And one thing that I'm going to also do in this area, and you can see they got touch lighting themselves, is where you see some wall space in these areas is I did purchase some nets, some wall nets that they can put their books, their iPads, or things that when they're done using them, they can put them inside these nets. So when we do our very final where are we now type thing, you'll be able to see that. We also have window treatments for them. So they won't be using them, I'm pretty much sure, unless, I mean, we'll open it for them, but they really won't touch the windows too much. And it comes with cute little curtains on there. All pretty simple units and safe. So if you have little children, one thing is good, you're not getting the dangling, cords or ropes. Okay.
Talk about the under the bed storage.
And under the bed, we do have some storage here. You gotta do a good pull. But it is divided in these drawers, so you can put your clothes on one side and maybe pajamas and undergarments on the other. That's just how I usually probably will do it with them. Or storage for shoes.
They're pretty deep.
And they are. They're a pretty deep drawer, a good spot for kids. So one drawer per kid at travel time. Obviously, my daughter got something in there already, so which is nice. I think the one thing that we're gonna think about is how we store some of their larger items, like their shoes. But we'll cross that bridge in a little bit. Now, another reason why I really love this rig, I know you see the door here because 2 doors are always pretty amazing, but over here is the bathroom. So I can get in here, no 2 people. It's really a 1-person bathroom. But turn on the light here, and as you can see, we have a medicine cabinet for the kids' belongings, which is perfect for them, so we don't have to keep all of our things all together. I did purchase a kind of like what they have in their own bathroom in the house. They have a space that can hold their toothbrush, toothpaste, and any of their toiletry items, for flossing. So we have storage here, and I think even if this is kind of a guest bathroom, if you will, I only use that term because it's really nice if you're playing at the beach all day, if you're outside, running around the park, you can come in through the back door and go straight to this bathroom and don't have to use the main bathroom. You can just kind of come right into this one, which is nice, which keeps you from having to dirty up, 2 bathrooms type of things. We got some storage up here. so we can put some other storage items if necessary. Some of these extra places, again, will probably be for paper towel and toilet paper, you know, the appropriate toilet paper. Over here, there's so much space, so I'm already know I'm going to put some shelves up. Just not sure what kind of shelves I'm going to get. Got to get something kind of light. But the toilet is also the same type of toilet here, just as the one in the master bathroom or main bathroom.
And this one is obviously porcelain as well.
And it's porcelain. And again, the countertops are very nice. I may have not mentioned this in the kitchen, but the countertops here, they look like a kind of a quartz style countertop, but whatever material is, I mean, it's not like your actual real quartz, obviously, but it's a very nice finish and nice firmness to it, so it doesn't come off cheap. No, that's kind of good. All right.
And it's just where the TV can go, the mounting bracket location, and same cable TV hookup.
Yeah. So that's the inside of the unit, and of course a very detailed view. Next we're going to go outside, and then I'm going to let Jeremiah explain all of the fun stuff that's on the outside of this room.
Now we're on the outside, so we'll go ahead, we'll start from the front, head to the back. So this is our power jack, tongue jack, so not so much a stabilizer, but this is kind of what holds your weight of your unit, and obviously, you know, goes up and down, so you can lower it, put it on the back of the truck. I don't want to move it too much because now I'm on level, but I just put a lock on here, so obviously when I'm not around, so keep that lock, so hopefully nobody walks away with my rig. Really like this unit. Has two 30-pound LP tanks. That's good. This one also came with an automatic supply switch, so if this is running and the sensor notices that one unit runs out of gas, so it's cold one night, it runs out of gas, it'll automatically switch over as long as you have both tanks open. Also on this unit, 2 batteries. We got 2 deep cycle batteries, so hopefully you don't have to run off this too long, but obviously this will power your lights, the water pump. This obviously your batteries will not power like the TV and air conditioning unit. Can't see this now, but you will be able to see it. I'll maybe do a video at night so you can see those LED lights better. But I really like those docking lights. It really helped at night because we actually, when we got back home, it was nighttime and it was dark. Having that on made it very easy to unhook. All right, go ahead and go this way. And also you can get a solar panel to trickle charge your batteries, and that plug is right there. That was a really nice feature already built in. All right, go to the door. Where are those keys at? Just gonna unlock it. I can find my keys. Sorry about all those motorcycles and stuff. It's another day. So this is our pass-through storage area. Obviously, I've already got a bunch of junk in there. So it's not a super big pass-through area, but it actually gives you a lot of space, a lot of storage space. So you could probably get, you know, 5 or 6 suitcases. You could probably get, you know, some really long fishing poles, which will be what I carry in there. I guess if you're a kayaker, you could probably get a kayak in there as well. This one is smaller than some of the units I've seen, but this is an ultralight unit, so obviously they don't want you to put a whole bunch of stuff and then weigh your unit down. They won't be ultralight no more. And those are just some of the specs. Just got a view of that. Good. So next we have our fresh water connection, city water connection. So obviously you got a regular water hose, so when you're at the house, if you want to fill up with water before you leave, you dump that in there. So you're at your campgrounds, you want to hook up to your city water. This one also has power stabilizers, which is good. Remember, stabilizers do not hold the weight of your unit. All of your actual weight is supported by that tongue jack up front. So that's what's holding your weight. This is just keeping you from getting that rocking back and forth motion. Now, obviously, the windows, they're tinted, so even though you can see out really good, you can't see in as well, which I really like. I may put a darker tint on there. I don't know. But you can always close your shades if you don't want people looking in at you. And this is the outdoor shower. This was definitely one of the reasons why we really did like this unit. Has your outdoor shower. I think I got water in here. see if this works. Yeah. Look at that. That's cool. Really like that. And this is the flush for the black tank. If I can talk about this more a little bit now, but I really like that. Being able to flush that black tank out. I have not had to dump it yet. We haven't been anywhere, but as soon as I do, I'm sure that'll come in handy. But underneath, you've got your black tank hookup and your 2 gray tanks. So because this unit does have 2 bathrooms, that means that it's probably twice as much work because there's 2 black tanks and 2 gray tanks. So you got your front black tank, your front gray tank, and your rear gray tank connection here, and then the rear black tank would be in the back of the unit. So yeah, we'll detail those in more detail later. This is just a slide, as you can see here. I don't think there's anything under there that we need to see, but like I said, this is that rear black tank hookup, and this is your rear back stabilizer. And this is that rear slide out. So that bunkhouse that we were in, that would probably be one thing I would say maybe don't like about the unit, just because when you are parked outside, you're not supposed to be opening up your slides when you go to, like, you know, rest areas and things like that. And so it's kind of hard for the kids to get to the bunkhouse, so they can't really use the bunkhouse. But you know, there's a ton of space on the inside for them to sit in. But got this bunkhouse. Got the bunkhouse slide. Hopefully the lighting doesn't change too much because we're kind of in the garage area. But they've got windows. See through, their windows are tinted. Once you keep those shades down, nobody can see your little ones. Precious cargo. And on the back, got a place to put your sewer hose. So that black tank hose, it slide in there. You don't have to worry about carrying it around anywhere. I actually didn't even know this feature was on this unit until it was time to pick it up, which I'm glad we did. But I will have to get an additional one that way, because obviously we have 2 black tanks, so I need more hose. And obviously we got the side steps here. So this is for our back door. This is our back entry. It does have an awning. I'll have to show you the awning in a different video because we're too close to those trees. So I'm not gonna do that. All right, so this is your black tank flush for the back one. So like I showed you the rear one, or I'm sorry, the forward one on that side, you actually have to come to the opposite side of the unit to flush out the back black tank. Basically what the flushes do, it just gives you a few spray nozzles inside of the unit, so that way you don't have to buy that additional hose, and you'll see some people have to buy those little tools to stick down there. And eventually I might have to get one of those too, but this is one feature that hopefully I don't need that at all. And as you can see, I keep everything always locked. It's our outdoor kitchen area. So, got the refrigerator here, got some chicken. We stopped at Chester's at Love's. We are not getting paid for that sponsorship, but Chester's chicken. I think it should be cold in here. Yeah, I got this turned on, so I'm gonna see how well this actually makes ice and see how long it takes to freeze it. Did get an ice maker as well, so. You got storage space. As they always tell us, you can plug up your coffee makers outdoors, but we don't drink coffee or we don't have a Keurig machine, so we don't need any of that stuff. Look here, put the camera here on the plugs. There's 2 plugs in the back here, so that's nice. So like I said, if you do drink coffee, you can definitely plug that up there. And got your outdoor burners. Look those. So these are your little wind guards. Keep that outdoor wind from blowing your flames out. And we'll do some videos where we're showing you how to cook these and light everything. But like my wife said, these do not have a electric lighter. So once you turn your gas on, you actually have to manually light those. Not a big deal. I don't mind playing with fire. Close that up.
right, take care.
One thing I failed to mention was the actual gas hookup. So got the quick connect feature. So you just take this and hook it up underneath. And go ahead, you'll have no, come the other way. And just plug it right to your quick connect, your LP. Good thing about this is I have an outdoor griddle, which I'll show you later, and I can plug that outdoor griddle connection right into there and use the gas from my 2 propane tanks up front. So I don't have to necessarily carry an extra propane, but I will because I do plan on cooking a lot. And this is just your service panel to the back of the refrigerator. Well, I need to show all that. And this is your outdoor television setup area. So you got a plug here, plug your TV up there. There's your satellite and cable TV, cable antenna connection. So obviously you bring your TV, hook it up here, and obviously it'll feed off that main feed and make sure, this is an output. The other side has the inputs. So when you're at your campground, you plug that up on the other side. This is for the actual feed. So if you bring that TV here, plug your TV up here. They don't have a specific mounting location on the outside. So I have to find out. You don't want to just drill holes anywhere. So I have to find out where I should mount it and what's the best place. So that's just your exhaust. It should be cool now, but obviously when the heat's running, that does kick off a lot of heat. All right. So this is a panel for our water tank. So your hot water pump hookup. So this unit actually has a electric water heater as well as a propane water heater. So obviously when you're hooked up to shore power, you're gonna be heating up your water using the electric, and when you're hooked up, when you're not, let's say you're off grid, you can use your gas to run that. All right. You see our General RV stickers. As we said, we are not getting paid by them, but if they want to sponsor us, yeah, more than welcome to get in contact with us. This is our front door. So that's our front door area. And one of the things that we really like are the solid steps. I've heard a million names for these. I think some people call them more ride or short steps or safe steps, whatever. Solid steps. So you don't have it. So if you notice, obviously the back of the door has more of the flimsy, the traditional camper style steps. So those have
say flimsy.
a lower. They're not flimsy. You know,
I've been
flimsy.
worse.
They're not flimsy. They're actually pretty good. I'm, really heavy. So I'm close to like 300 pounds, and they hold me. I don't know what the actual weight rating is on those, but I know it's less than what these are. I think these are rated for 400 pounds or like 450, something like that. But yeah, so these are really good, obviously, because they make connection with the ground. And it adjusts, so whatever terrain you're on, and obviously if you see, this side of our driveway is a little bit higher than this side. So, got them on different levels. So, and it still makes it perfectly even. I think she's got the film camera on the awning. Yep, that's our awning area. It's a really nice size awning. It is almost the length of the unit. So mine is that back door and the front bedroom area. But yeah, the awning covers all that. And I think it goes out, stretches out 10 feet. And it does have LED lights inside. Obviously, I could turn those on, but you wouldn't be able to see because it's daytime. So we'll do another video with those out and stuff and show you how all that looks. Let's go ahead and look up. I don't think we pointed to them. I think I had mentioned before, this has outside speakers. So if you go ahead and you hook up your phone to the Bluetooth, change it to your outdoor speakers, and then obviously it'll play out of those. So you're sitting out at the campground, let's say you got a fire going, you can play some music in the background or do whatever your heart desires. Be mindful though, because if you're right next to another set of campers, depending on where you're camping at, you don't want to be all loud and rude and stuff. Maybe we'll go into campground etiquette later. Alrighty. We'll come over here to the other side of our pass-through storage. Another lock. Just keep everything locked up. The neighborhood isn't that bad. I just forgot to unlock before we got here. So I trust my neighbors for the most part. I don't trust the kids. So. Alright. So this is the other side. That's just my sway hitch bar, which I'll make a video showing that. You should have had lights on both sides. That's what I gotta get. But there is a touch light here for this side, obviously, which is really helpful at night. Like I said, when you get here, and depending on your lifestyle, you'll probably be arriving at campgrounds, and it might be dark when you get there. So definitely nice to have a light so you can get to everything. And like I was mentioning, this is what drops your spare tire. That's just a little tool you put in there and drop that down. And come inside here. So yeah, it's a really nice size. You know, not too crazy, but you can get something. What is the width of this thing? Like 10 or 11 feet, I think. So something like that. Yeah. And it's, oh, sorry, battery disconnect. So if you need to disconnect your batteries, make sure they don't accidentally drain. You can make sure you can disconnect them here. That way it shuts off everything inside the unit. So maybe you're doing service, maybe you're replacing your batteries out front, and you want to do that. So I think that is it for the outside. You said the stabilizers, they're both powered, and so they power both from the other side. So there's no connection on this side of the unit. That's it.
Well, we thank you all for watching, and continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video as we take you on our new adventures. But we have more to come about this particular unit. Again, if you didn't get the name, this is the Outback by KeyStone, and it's the model, the 301 UBH. And this is a 2021 model, so 2021. So I think this is probably one of the first few videos to make it onto the internet on a review. So a very detailed review. We'll see you all in our next video. Bye.
Huh?
I think he's watching.
Yeah, I do that. That's fine. I'll let that out. You guys got me doing a whole bunch of editing.
Oh, I was trying not to.
This is for the blooper reel.
But it's pretty simple.